2 weekends, 2 venues and 7 relays. Me and 7 other teammates are going to try and break 7 British records in 7 relays. We're racing long course now at the London Aquatics Centre, possibly the best pool in the UK, and next weekend in a different video we'll be heading to Winchester where we try and break some short course records. There are some very difficult records and we know this won't be an easy challenge, but follow along as we try and break all 7. 7 hours of driving later, we've made it to this beautiful London Aquatics Centre, and yeah, we can finally go and think about loosening up. Back feels it, and I'm gonna drink this thing. It's not a sponsor of the video, but I've got those little weird drinks to try over this weekend. This is called Nomeo, from Sweden. Reduces lactate build-up to improve performance. It's basically made out of broccoli sprouts. I'm gonna drink that now and hope for the best. Oh, it tastes like broccoli. That's not good. We got the boys. 4x53, relay 1. Oh, there's Dom. There we go.
Hey, Jax just turned up.
Matching Mizunos, matching caps. Relay 1 of the next 2 weekends. 7 relays to go. First one up. These boys are doing all 7 relays. Dom and Rob. Little and large, apparently. And then there's Jack, even littler. For relay weekend 2, Freddie couldn't come, but this boy stepped in. Freddie's only doing 1 relay of the 7. Cal's on 2 of the 7. First relay is done. The British record to beat was 1:36.21. We beat it by just over 2 seconds with 1:34.0. Dom, new addition to the team. Reg recruited him at a meet in Brighton. Turns out it was a great addition.
Yeah.
Tell us about your lead off.
It was quite quick. Like I did like about 6 kicks underwater, which I thought was quite short. Come up and just literally all I thought was gotta kick as hard as I can, pull as fast as I can. Try not to breathe. I did breathe, I think, like the 35, but just absolutely just went as hard as I could. That's all I had.
His PB was 23.7.
23.9.
23.9 was his PB. His PB is now 23.37.
Yeah, that's legit.
I didn't follow up as well, but I did go the exact relay average. I was 23.5, my fastest ever 50 freestyle on course. I felt really good until I breathed, and then I didn't feel like I needed to breathe, but I breathed out in this, what I thought, perceived necessity, and then I really struggled in the last 15. But I said, fastest ever. And then Rob.
Yeah, that was good fun, wasn't it? I was shaking so much on the start, I couldn't get my feet right, and then, I don't know, I dived in and breaker wasn't so great, but as soon as I started swimming, I felt amazing. Just like everything was just in line and powerful, and yeah, 23.06, fastest I've been. Well, I don't swim 50 freestyle, but the fastest I've been for ages,
Your
so
PB
okay.
for 53 is 24.5.
Yeah, probably about that.
So it is.
Right, Freddie, all yours.
Overall disappointed for myself. I'm sure Sonny will put the time like here what my split was.
24.0.
24.0 was my split, but the relay takeover was terrible. I'm claiming it all on that. We could have shaved off half a second at least.
Rusty.
Yeah, rusty. People crossing over the lane, not great. But the swimming was good. I enjoyed it. Had fun. Beat the team next to us. That was the goal.
Yeah, well, we didn't
British record.
We were both us and Newham were under the British record. They had a 22 lead off. And we both, we only beat him by 0.3. Great team put together. Jeffrey from East Leeds was back to haunt us, but this time we got the better outcome. Yeah. Freddie will be back in October. Us 3 will be back tomorrow morning, 4x50 med.
Yeah, let's go. I was shaking. I couldn't get my feet right.
What?
3.3 there, 3.37. I couldn't see.
You were 23.3?
That's what I said.
Stop it. Seriously.
Well, that's what I think.
There you go. Winner.
I'm going to quickly come into this video with a quick interjection from today's channel sponsor, Buyee. And you may have noticed the entirety of our team there were wearing Mizuno GX Sonic Tech suits, the fastest sprint suit on the market. We were wearing the 6NV, all 4 of us, and we all swum faster than we've ever swum before, well, except Freddie. And if you want to get one of these Mizuno suits in the UK, you probably realise that they're really difficult to get. And that's where Buyee come in, because they're a drop shipping service from Japan that if you use my link in the description, you will save 10% and you can import anything everything from Japan, including Mizuno GX suits. They will buy the suit from a Japanese distributor and then they'll ship it to you in the UK. You pay a very small fee, you're going to have to pay a shipping fee, and you might get stung with import duties. I sometimes do, I sometimes don't, but that's how we all got these Mizuno suits into the UK, and it's just a small component by how fast we swum. Check out Buyee, link in description. Anyway, we'll get back to you tomorrow morning with the next relay. Day 2, record 2 on the cards, 4x50 medley relay. Lewis is back, first race into Olympic trials on the breaststroke. Dom's playing on the backstroke. Rob's getting a coffee somewhere. So yeah, we've got about an hour and 15 to re-race. Lewis is in. You often ask and like to know things about warm-ups. My warm-up for a 53 is pretty simple. We're all doing something slightly different in here, but I like to go my 400 loosen. I keep it very similar to what I do in training. So I do 400 loosen, 100 free, 100 back, 100 free, and then some fly kick, front side, back side. And then I do 225s that I do as like 15 scull, 10 meter swim, just feel the catch, feel the water. Then that's all with fins, by the way. Put a parachute on, and just do 225s with the parachute just to feel again the connection. And then now I'm going to do like 425s as 115 fast, 1 easy. And that's my warm-ups. About 600 meters. Rob's in now. Dom's in. Lewis is doing breaststroke down the other end. Good times. You know we're the real deal when between the 4 of us we have 2 towels. Rob and Lewis have got their towels. Lewis has an excuse. He's not swum in a while.
The forwards today. The direction.
The 4x50 medley relay was my favourite race of the weekend, mostly because of the story behind the race. You see, when we started doing Masters relays back in 2023, Kieran, our breaststroker, was perhaps our best asset, but due to work commitments, we've been unable to use him since that year, and that's led to all sorts of wacky solutions to our medley relays, including me even having to swim the breaststroke leg. That being said, we finally got a breaststroker to fill Kieran's shoes this year in Dom, but unfortunately, disaster struck a couple weeks ago when Dan, our backstroker, cracked his rib mountain biking, and that led to us having to create a new solution. We now had a breaststroker, but not a backstroker. About a week ago, my good friend Lewis Clifford was sipping daiquiris on a beach in Mallorca when he gave me a call to say he wanted to get back to swimming with the addition of 50s at the Olympics. And I said, that's great news because we really need someone to step in and swim our medley relay next week at London. He said, well, I've not been training yet. I said, don't worry, do a couple of swims this week. You're our only hope. Now this story would have a very simple ending if I told you that Lewis was a backstroker and he simply filled Dan's shoes, but that couldn't be further from the case. In fact, Lewis is super fast at all the strokes with the exception of backstroke, in which even he would tell you he sucks at. That meant we had 4 swimmers for this relay, but not an obvious order, and I spent days trying to work out the best solution to this, which ended up with me calling Dom 3 days before this meet to ask him if he minds switching from the breaststroke, which he's been training for, to the backstroke leg, because I noticed that he swum quite a bit of medley back in his age group days. He happily obliged, and not only did he give us a super fast start to this relay, but he went a 0.5 second PB and narrowly missed the individual British record in a 50 backstroke, swimming a 26.9. This allowed Lewis to do his best stroke, which is breaststroke, and me and Rob swam the flying free legs as originally planned. Second relay done. We had all the boys come visit and watch. We like that. We had Jakey boy here, Tyson swim strength. We had Jack, Reese boy come down, and yeah, really good race. Dom led us off. I called him on Tuesday to let him know he's doing backstroke.
Yeah. No training whatsoever, and was like held for like 10 seconds on the start. But yeah, overall solid swim and a PB, so can't complain.
26.9. Lewis, I love getting people back in the sport. Me and Lewis were last year in 2021 Olympic trials. He has not raced since then, April 21.
4.5 years, yeah. It was good fun. Enjoyed it. Other than pulling my groin on the first kick, it was good fun.
He went on 28.5, he flew. And then Big Rob on the fly.
Takeover, yeah. Me on the fly. Yeah, a little bit slow on the takeover, kind of left a little bit there, but dive was strong, into it, and gave it beans, but I guess not 100% happy with it.
24.3?
Yeah, 24.3 is fast, but I wanted secretly a little bit fast if I could, but there we go.
And then, I mean, I was secretly a little disappointed yesterday. I went 23.5. I just felt like I had a little bit better than that. And I went for no breath today. I got to 35 and just kept going. 23.0, half second quicker than yesterday. Broke the European record by 0.3. Well, 1 second off the world record held by a full team of Russian Olympians. So yeah, super stoked with that. And yeah, next relay I'm not part of. It's the 4x1 medley relay tomorrow morning. Day 3 of the British Masters Champs. Reg has finally joined the party. And after a comeback from Lewis yesterday, we have our second comeback of the weekend. Josh on the comeback, eating his honey cake. I'm not swimming today, but I'm going to go and warm up with the boys for moral support. Reg, where's that cap? Have you seen the... Show us the cap. If you've seen the caps we're wearing and you want to buy them, they are available on the website. This is the Aquaforce Wave cap. This is one all of us have raced in. It's a beauty of a cap, black and gold. So yeah, we're going to head down and warm up. Nice watch, Josh. Warm up going, Gobs?
That's a long way in at 50 metres.
I've done now 5 lengths in this pool this meet.
We have 4 age groups in this heat. We've got
He's on it.
for 5 160 teams, and they are in 0 Silver City, in 1
He's
Preston,
looking real
2
positive.
Borough of Newham, lane 3 is Otter, and 4 is Wickham District. Those are all 160 teams.
My filming
We've got a
is terrible.
72 team in lane 5, that's Derby XL. Then we have a 100 plus team in lane 6 in the form of Borough of Newham. And then 2 120 teams in 7 and 8. That
real
is
nice.
Oakhampton in 7 and Bishop Stortford in 8. And at the moment it's the Borough of Newham in lane 6 who are well out in front. That is Andrew Sawkins on his backstroke leg. Second
Oh,
at
it's
the
tired now,
moment
doesn't it?
is Oakhampton 120s, Joshua Colby doing a very respectable backstroke there. Third is anyone's game between Preston in 1.
Oh, it looks really tired now, doesn't it?
Bishop Stortford in 8 and lane 4 Wickham
105.
District. But at the handover, 1 minute, 0.25 for Borough of Newham. Way ahead by a
106.
good 7 or 8 metres over the
35.7 back
Oakhampton
end.
swimmer in lane 7, who is Dominic Polling. And in lane 8, Bishop Stortford, the other 120 team, Matthew
Are they gonna
McLaughlin,
catch Noah?
is keeping up there and thereabouts. So that
It'd be
120
massive if they catch
competition
Noah,
is
wouldn't it?
fairly hot. As for the 160s, that's the first 5 lanes. It's very close between lane 1 Preston and lane
Fuck, Dom looks
4
amazing.
Wickham District. That's Dean Heaps and Gregory Duterte. Very close, those 2 teams. But as you know, it could be anybody's race for the rest
Oh,
of
Rob's
the
going to overtake on the next left, surely.
But lane 6, Borough of Newham, Manson Mac hands
go, Rob.
now to Joseph Northover.
And?
And a cracking swim there from lane 7.
So 103,
Dominic Polly.
103.2.
He was definitely eating up the meters there.
Oh my
And
God.
hands over to Robert Shaw.
Oh my God, Rob.
Robert is really powering down.
Rob
with
is
the
really
butterfly.
powering down
I
the
wonder
butterfly.
If he will actually take the lead now over Joseph Northover.
Yeah, he's gonna take the lead.
At the turn. He's looking very
Tell me what
close.
Rob's split is.
I'm sure they both benefit from having someone so close to
Was that a 24?
push them on. We've also got Bishop Stortford, Callum Davis
Yes!
in lane 8. Neck and neck really with lane 1's
Oh, Rob's really hurting.
fly swimmer Luke Poole from Preston. Both of these
109.6,
teams are going
right?
really
109.6.
strongly.
109.6, yeah. 109.66, I think.
Rob's really
And
hurting, isn't
at
he?
the final handover, Lane 7, Oakhampton. Robert Shaw hands over to Regan Lloyd.
What was it?
Time of 3:06.23, 3:06.47 for Borough
That's a
of Newham
56,
in
right?
Lane 6. So it's a very tight race between these two teams. I know they're different age groups, but still,
That's
it's a
massive.
really
His team is
interesting race
59.
for them. Also in lane
They can get the European
0,
record, but Reg really has
just
to put his...
turning on the fly turn.
If Reg goes 50 points, I think they
Silver
get it.
City, David Smith.
3:56. What are they at now?
Where are we with the...
7, 38,
So
I don't know what
keep
that
an eye
means.
on Oakhampton, the 120 team in lane 7. The British record is 4:08.68 and they're doing really well. We're on 3:50 now. Come on, keep going there. It
Here we
is
just stop.
Regan Lloyd about to bring them home in a cracking time of 3 minutes 58.35. That is a new British record.
Right, Sunday morning, the boys got up early, had to get up early, last day of the meet, and we had to make it 3 from 3, and we did just that. So yeah, British record, 4x1 medley. Josh, start us off. You're our backstroker. Welcome to the team. How'd it go, mate?
Yeah, nice to be called up in the absence of the A backstroker, but it was good to be back. Good to be back. Good to be back.
I think you smashed it, and then it was over to Dom.
To be honest, it was a very, very tough 100. I felt like as soon as I started, I felt so heavy, but sort of got into the stroke closest to the 50, then came up, just went all out, and by the 25, I was honestly, I was dead. So I was like just trying to just finish the race and yeah, get that lead for the boys.
Yeah, you did great, man. You were like 63.2. You were catching up and rating well.
Right.
Yeah, I dived in and I was on the fly, and I feel like I held it together pretty much for about 75, 80 metres. And then, yeah, that last 15 metres was real tough. Yeah. But yeah, 56.5. And then Reg had the finish.
Yeah, it was good. It was quite tight with us and Newham, but yeah, 52.1. I'll take it. Yeah, just bring on next weekend. Really, get rid of the beard, shave down, and just see what we can do short course.
You see the lift in my flat.
How British are we going to be?
Not
say anything on the lift.
We're going up to get record presentation. We've got all the men in the lift. Rob's almost as tall as the lift. Jack's unseeable. So that is our meet done. Our first weekend of racing, and we went 3 for 3 as a team on the British records. We have 4 more relays next week. That's going to be a separate video. So if you want to check that video out, make sure you subscribe, like this video, and thanks again for Buyee for sponsoring this video. You saw us all wearing Mizuno swimming fast. If you too want to wear Mizunos, check out Buyee. We're going to get our medal presentation, head home, 3 more sessions for me of rest before hitting some short course speed in Winchester at the AP meet.